Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So, how is everyone today? So, we're going to talk about the meeting that Trump had. They had a Trump cabinet meeting. We're going to go over the minutes, but I'm going to talk specifically about the housing market part of that and address that. So, as you know, the HUD secretary, his name is Scott Turner. So he is the only black person at the table, right? So, what are we doing with the housing market? So, these are the minutes for the cabinet meeting. All right. So, focusing on funding for American citizens only, as opposed to funding for immigrants. Funding for American citizens only, as opposed to funding immigrants. They stated that there are 9 million people that use subsidized housing. Don't you find that interesting? 9 million people use subsidized housing. That is a lot of people. What are your thoughts on that? 9 million people use subsidized housing. As far as women's shelters, they talked about that. They are focusing on making women's shelters for women only to protect women. Women's shelters for women only. So this was part of the meeting. All right. There was talks of building affordable housing. Talks of building affordable housing. The HUD secretary, he ended his speech by thanking the administration for their efforts to remove DEI. Um, Everything else was understandable except for that. So DEI is they're removing you. That's what they're doing. Okay. So for him to thank him for those efforts didn't make a lot of sense to me. If that makes sense to you, let me know in the comments. They're going to remove you basically. All right. Removal of DEI efforts all over the place. All right. Every sector from housing to universities to whatever else you can think of. Concerted effort to remove DEI. Now, they may have DEI in place, right? But I don't really see much benefit, to tell you the truth. There's still a lot of racism out here, all right? And you can see that very clearly. Just look at college admissions, for example. You still have classrooms filled with one race of people, and then you may have a speck or two of people of color. Now that's a problem. And it's very obvious what's going on um, as far as admissions. All right. So the removal of DEI, concerted effort, that was the closing statement, um, thanking the administration for their efforts in the removal of DEI. All right. I don't really see, um, a big difference with DEI anyway. So that may allow one person to get in. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on that? Racism is still huge, it's still prevalent, and very obvious. Just go to any college campus. What are your thoughts on that? Any thoughts? All right, removal of DEI. So just to recap the minutes, and this is just the housing sector. They talked about the whole various sectors. Funding for American citizens only, as opposed to funding for immigrants. Okay. 9 million people live in subsidized housing. For women's shelters, focusing on making women's shelters for women only. Building affordable housing. Removal of DEI. All right, as you know, Scott Turner is the HUD secretary. He was sworn in on February 5th, 2025. I was just curious, why is he thanking the administration for the removal of DEI? Like, does he not know that he's Black? Feel free to comment. They also mentioned that Trump has 200 lawsuits against him. That was mentioned. And then he has multiple cases going up before the Supreme Court. All right. So those are some of the things going on. Feel free to leave your comments. If you made it this far in the video, type in the word millionaire. If you made it this far in the video, type in the word millionaire. All right. If you like the channel, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. If you are interested in buying real estate, either now or in the future, and you would like to do that with a group of people, meaning that you have a community of like-minded people interested in building wealth, check out this link below. Join the waitlist for the real estate group. Now, some people would like to do that solo. Other people would like to have a community. So if you're interested in a community, check that link below. Join the waitlist for the real estate group. If you are a man watching me, if you are a handsome, gorgeous man, I would like for you to check out this link below. Check out my hat collection. And that is in the pin link below. All right. Feel free to leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. These are just some of the minutes that happened today with the meeting. And of course, they talked about a variety of a whole lot of different issues going on. But we're just focusing here on the housing market and what is coming up ahead in the housing market. If you would like to add anything, feel free to add in the comments below. All right. So this was the Trump cabinet meeting that happened today. Basically, they are sitting around the table, having an open discussion for the world to see. I did notice that the CIA guy was there. I noticed that CIA, and it was interesting. It was real interesting because he was talking about protection, right? When the CIA is behind a whole program that you don't know about, but you're going to know about it eventually. And what they do is they're targeting innocent people. That's what they're doing. This is the CIA's program. Now, you don't know about it right now, but you will know about it eventually. So the head of the CIA was at the table talking about protection. When they are doing something against their own citizens who are minding their own business, good people, targeting good people. All right. So you don't know about it now, but you will. You will. This will get out. Can't keep this a secret forever. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. On your way out, do me a favor, hit that like button. That helps me out so more people can see the channel. If you know anyone interested in improving their finances, feel free to let them know about this channel. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.